Alright. Welcome to the iOS Blue first iOS Cup of February. My name is Canifit, joined by Deedless to bring you through today's competition, which will be starting shortly. But Deedless, who have we got playing here today in our competition?
Our first seeded team of today is going to be Score Gaming, representing Mexico. Just below them in round of 16th is going to be number 1 and Sandstorm, number 1 representing Iraq and Sandstorm representing Japan. Then below them in the quarterfinal already, it's going to be Kill or Die versus Scamuso, and then Frankenstein are already in the quarterfinal.
Yeah, below them we've got Team. I presume you just keep going until you run out of teams. Who we go up against: Japan's Roxas, the Not Clan against Submerged X, and the Japanese Oblivious allies, who will also be getting a bye through as our number 2 seed. Our first feature match will be Kill or Die versus Gamuzo, 2 American squads against one another, just getting set up at the moment.
Oh, but we all know that Gamuzo, they are always a team that you have to look out for in these tournaments. They can turn the tide in just a matter of seconds if they are able to find those kills that they need. And well, they have shown that they're able to keep up with the best of teams here in our iOS tournaments.
There's a reason why these guys come in as our mid-seeds today. A total of 11 teams playing in today's competition, the prize for which will be, as always, $100 dingoes for whoever comes out in first place, and the Go4 points that allow teams to qualify for our monthly tournaments, in which the prizes are vastly greater. So guys, we will be, of course, as always, starting up our first giveaway. And yes, but can you guess where the first one's gonna be?
Mob Crush.
Almost.
Facebook.
Nearly.
Twitch.
Yes, you got it. Twitch.tv/Modern Combat. That's where you need to go and type in your hashtag RO16s. And then we'll be entered in for the chance at 300 credit arena as a little thank you gift for dropping by and being part of the stream. So we're just waiting for these last players to get in. Just run over a few of the rules of the competition for any of you guys who are tuning in for the first time. So unlike what you'd see in normal solo queue, or in squad battle indeed, there is a limit on the armors you can wear, which says tier 4 and 5 are banned, so tier 3 and below are allowed. And as Deedless will tell you, that means we're going to be seeing a whole lot of werewolves around the place.
Well, I myself love werewolves. I'm a big fantasy fan. I really love Harry Potter as well.
That's true, but no one brutally murdered each other quite as they do in this one as a werewolf.
Are you sure? I think Avada Kedavra is a pretty brutal way of getting killed.
That's true.
At least I could imagine.
Well, let's hope nobody has that happen to them. We've also got the restriction on weapons, so only tier 7 weapons and below are allowed. Also, banned out is the lack for the morph and the self-aiming weapons, as well as the shoulder gun. So a lot of the things that kind of dominated the field in early days of ESL competition are no longer allowed, thanks to feedback from the community. And if any of you guys would like to see the rules changed, then that is a distinct possibility. If you head across to the ESL Discord, there's an ESL feedback page where people put forward ideas. They're kind of debated, voted on by everybody, and then, you know, like most recently, the armor changes were thanks to a community member called Dulzy, and everyone's still avidly debating the merits of banning out the ERG, which is a very popular sniper rifle at the moment.
We're just waiting for the last 2 players so that we can get started here on the official ESL competition. Hopefully you guys will enjoy today's tournament. I'm sure it's going to be one hell of a show.
Welcome everybody to the team, Sinsuke Gaming. Lovely to see ya. Anybody who's got any technical questions, I'm afraid we are very, very inept when it comes to technical things. We're just here to talk about the games. But if you do have any technical problems, please do get in touch with Gameloft Support. That's support.gameloft.com. You don't need any wwws in there. Support.gameloft.com. Those guys will be able to help you out with any technical stuff. We only know how to yell at the screen and hope that none of our stuff breaks, as we don't have to fix it either. Right, that's the last Gamuzo player, just waiting for the last couple for kill or die. So stay tuned, guys. As soon as all our players are ready, we'll get things started. Our admin for today, Soldier Girl, running things behind the scenes. If you catch her in the chat, please do give her a warm welcome. And yeah, we'll be back in just a few minutes with our first ESL game. Welcome back, everyone. So, you didn't keep you waiting long as we get into our first official ESL match of the day. Scramble our destination, best of 3 all the way through to the grand finals when it becomes best of 5. Number 4 seed against number 5. This should be one of the closest matches of our first round of the tournament.
And I always love Scramble because it's such an open map and it opens up for a lot of sniper plays. Already here, JRD finding a kill onto kill or die with that sniper.
Seeing a good rush forward from Gamuzo, so the two American squads going head to head. We sometimes see teams go for a more stoic approach of just firing at each other across, but it looks like kill or die are going to retreat themselves back into a corner. Whereas Gamuzo get the run of the map to attack them from multiple different angles.
Kill or die, they do fight back, have found 2 kills on their own, but Gamuzo, they are pressuring them. Have found some kills here and there, but kill or die, with that grenade, are able to equalize the score.
They're pretty even so far. I do like we're starting to see some more supports coming through with the Shred light machine gun. The support special power, of course, to drop down the med kit. Very good if you've got a team that's kind of trying to siege, as is the case here with what Gamuzo trying to do, trying to push into kill or die, but not going for an overwhelming offense, just trying to pick off kills as they go.
Ooh, but bombers and airstrikes being deployed from Gamuzo definitely will help them soften up kill or die and make it easier for them to siege upon kill or die. Right now, looking at the scoreboard, 4 kills is the top fragger from Gamuzo, with 3 being on the side of kill or die.
Yeah, it's interesting that they've got, well, the special, the one on the support is the one managing to stay alive, while Gamuzo are getting pretty aggressive. Escopeta, whose name I'm probably going to horribly mispronounce, also doing pretty well for the kill or die side of the equation. Very powerful so far with that BSW.
Will, however, go down to Gamuzo finding 2 kills here. It's a very close game, kind of it. We have played 2 minutes so far, and it's only 3 kills separating these 2 squads. So kill or die. They are pretty happy with the result, even though they are now falling further and further behind. 4 kills overall.
I wonder if this might signal a change of strategy here for kill or die. They've been holed up in this defensive position for a while, but if they're bleeding kills, they need to try something else, especially with Gamuzo charging in at full speed. They switched across to their assault weaponry, and they are making a mess of kill or die.
Gamuzo, they don't want to have this game be even anymore. They are finding kills now. They are pressuring kill or die, and they're coming out ahead with a big kill lead. Right here, we are going to see one of the members from Gamuzo go down, but it's a trade 2 for 2.
Unfortunately for kill or die, they've also dropped a player. Not ideal when the action's moving this quickly across the map. The kill or die starting to try and break out onto the main field, but MIT covering from up on high just rips them to pieces. And they've got nothing left in that push.
3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. 20 kills is all Gamuso they need. Bombers, or at least one bomber coming in. Kill or die. Taking some hits here and there. Are very far behind now. And Gamuso sitting very comfortable in the lead.
MIT from up on high actually has come down to be amongst the peasantry. Now going to rush in for the close range fighting. Kill or die have an opportunity here to try and turn this one back around, or at least start the beginnings of it. But it seems like they're going to be driven from their hiding places. Casadios doing a nice job there with the shotgun and can at least hold ground for now, but everybody else is dying.
Kill or die, they are so very far behind that it's going to be hard for them to make that comeback against Gamuso. Gamuso getting awfully close to that 40 kill mark and to the victory here on Scramble.
First giveaway on Twitch once more, twitch.tv/monocombat, hashtag RO16. We'll be ending that relatively soon, so get your entries in while you can, because Gamuso look like they're going to close out this first game pretty convincingly. It's honestly pretty surprising to have a player like Casadios on the kill or die squad when they're this far behind. 8-3 is a very, very good ratio in any game.
.41. I like how Gamuso they play they have a very sportsman-like behavior. Once you see kill or die lose one of their members, immediately Gamuso they drop one of their members out as well, making sure to play at an even level. But even then, Gamuso are ahead by 15 kills, 4 more, and they have 1 scramble and are 1-0 up in this quarterfinal.
MIT has proven to be deadly, also willing to try and change up their approach as kill or die comes around the back, starting to find a little bit of life in the old kill or die squad, but unfortunately I think it's vastly too late for them in this game, and with 16 kills ahead, Gamuso delivered their first victory of the tournament.
And now that means that we are going to go to a construction side, and we're going to have to see if Gamuso they can end this best of 3 series in a 2-0 matter. At least the way that they're playing right now, I think Kill or Die should be very scared of facing Gamuso once again.
MIT's definitely got to get the shout out from that game, but as well, Casadios from Kill or Die did extremely well under extremely difficult circumstances. So we know there's potential there. We'll see what happens as we get into our next game. Twitch giveaway will remain in place. We'll catch you guys back in 7 minutes or less. Welcome back, one and all. Construction site, our destination, second chance for kill or die. Let's see if they've got what it takes to take a game off Gamuzo and push this through to a third encounter.
Gamuzo here on construction site will look to have a strong performance again, but for now, kill or die, they do get that first blood. Right here we do see Casadillas coming out ahead against JR, and now Gamuzo, they have evened the score.
Yeah, Casadillas was really the bright point for kill or die in that first game, along with Escopeta. So no surprise at all to see early kills going across. Gamuzo, though, so far pretty even. But honestly, kill or die, given how poorly the last game ended, I think we'll be quite happy just to keep things even for the time being.
It's 8-8. Gamuzo currently making sure to fight against kill or die, even though kill or die, they came off swinging from start. Oof. Now we have 5 kills, and that's a very brutal death from BA. EMP strike being deployed by kill or die, but this is going to be enough. I don't think so, as Gamuzo, they have a lot of kills, 8 more than kill or die already.
Special, the one with a lot of those in pocket, as kill or die come rushing in over on the blue side this time round. But struggling already, the first minute and a half down, Gamuzo already way ahead. KOD, Neon BSW, living up to their name. Unfortunately not able to save or at least avenge their teammate immediately. I think perhaps a little bit of panic setting in as Gamuzo are already applying so much pressure.
If kill or die aren't careful, then they'll lose this quarterfinal in a 2-0 fashion to Gamuzo. Right now it's at least looking like that will be the case, simply because Gamuzo are so very dominant. Already here having a 10 kill lead. If Gamuzo, they are able to win this, then they will be moving up to the semi-final, where they have a possibility of meeting Score Gaming, the first seeded team of today's competition.
A very tough path for whichever team wins out here. But yeah, we've seen high-profile teams knocked out early on in the competition. I'm liking what we're seeing from Gamuzo so far into this one. They're a team that have done pretty reasonably in the past, beating out the Bluiest allies. We're playing here today, Azumoto and Team NASA, and only losing to some of the bigger name teams like Frankenstein and Number One.
Now 30 kills coming in from Gamuzo, with only 17 rather from kill or die. 3 minutes left to go. Gamuzo sitting very well in the driver's seat at this point.
GRD has really come out as the star of Gamuzo in this game. Really high ratio at the moment. Just takes out Casadillas, the ace of the kill or die squad. Finally gets taken down, but yet more damage done to the sinking ship that is kill or die. Desperate to try and recover any kind of points at all. But let's see, Casadillas still remains as their best performing player, and they barely got more kills than they've got deaths.
37 kills for Gamuzo. Recon aircraft coming in from kill or die, but that's not what they want. They want bombers, they want airstrikes. They want military support that will help them win the game and get kills.
Casadillas keeps their KDA at least above the 1 kill to 1 death, but as more pressure starts to mount, Gamuzo move in, try and strip away any possibility for kill or die to even defend themselves. As they pour through more and more kills, the wine of Gamuzo is overflowing.
Gamuzo, they are on the edge of winning this quarterfinal and move into the semi-final. Kill or die simply haven't been able to put up a performance against Gamuzo.
It's been a tragedy as far as kill or die are concerned. Just as you predicted, Jesper, that is going to be the 2-0 to Gamuzo. Very nicely executed, and does set them up well for the possibility of forcing down an upset in the next round.
You are completely correct, Counterfeit. Gamuso going into that semi-final have a shot at going all the way to the grand final today, but they're gonna have to go through whoever comes in from the upper quarterfinal first of all.
So, just to take a quick whip round, of course, Casadillas over on the Kill or Die squad did extremely well under very trying circumstances, but JRD and a special both came alive on that one, with MIT, our ace from the previous round, doing very well for themselves as well. Twitch giveaway remains in place. But guys, let's get you the chance to play on stream during the break while we get set up for our next ESL match. Now, normally, Deedless, we start ourselves up with a free-for-all, but the question I would put to you is, from the maps which you can draw out of your brain, which I'm fully aware it's very late at night over in Denmark, but can you think of a map we can use as our first custom game of the day?
Rooftops. I always like rooftops.
Alright, so if you guys want to come and play during the break, then please use the passkey ESL123. Let me just update that little notice in the corner, because all the games today are going to be on iOS community games, ESL games, all that good stuff. So we'll just need about 3 or 4 of you to get this break game started, and then we'll catch you, of course, on the other side. So, Deedless, and any of you guys watching, please do let me know how. I know it's been pretty cold out there in the bleak wastelands of, well, in my case, England and Denmark as well. But how's it going now? Are you still freezing your toes off?
No, I'm actually not wearing any socks right now.
What?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how warm my feet are right now, but I am able to not wear socks and still survive. I'm also sitting in shorts.
What? I feel like you've probably got too much heating on if that's the case. I mean, I'm assuming that means that the rumours are true that all people from Denmark have got a bountiful warmth that comes from inside themselves that keeps them warm even in the chilliest of weathers.
I'm just saying that my room is warm right now, even though I think it's like minus 10 outside.
Oh boy. No, well, not double S7. Just
no, it's 1 degrees outside right now.
Let's see. Where is it? It is. Oh, it's minus 1 degrees where I am as well. Twinsies! Fantastic. Alright, so we've got 3 people to start off this free-for-all. Of course, you can come and join in whenever you might please, all the way up to the end. Of course, the quicker you join, the more chance it is you've got of winning and impressing the folks back home. For now, though, we're headed to break, and we'll catch you guys on the flippity-flop with hopefully another slice of ESL action. Welcome back, gentle friends, one and all. Lend us your eyes and your ears and possibly your guns? Yeah. Because we've got number one versus Score Gaming. We are back on Scramble and it should be pretty fantastic.
Now Score Gaming obviously being the first seeded team and number one being the 9th seeded team. Does mean that Score Gaming have the advantage going into this game, but oh no, number one coming out swinging from the gates.
Yeah, well, from Gamuzo, the team we saw playing last time round, number one are a team that beaten them, Revolutions and Oblivious Allies back in January Cup number one to actually win the whole thing. They've kind of been shut out recently, the number one squad that is, by Frankenstein, who've taken them out very early on in competition, but number one are definitely a team to respect here, even if they do come in as a low seed based off their recent performance. They
definitely are, but we all know that Score Gaming, led by Gomitax, can be a very controlling and aggressive, hell, even dominant team if they just are given a chance at finding kills.
Yes, Gomitax, who we saw a little bit earlier on, hanging out in the stream for our Android tournament, watching Score playing in there, doing incredibly well so far in this game, outstripping pretty much everyone apart from Bad Sexy over on the number one side of things. Checking with them, both top players using ERGs, both keeping those deaths down relatively low as well.
For Score Gaming, it's a big problem that the only one finding kills is Gomitax. You need everyone else to step it up as well, or else they're gonna have a hard time in this quarterfinal and could very well go out.
As you said, number one, even this early on in the tournament, a team to fear and respect. Bad Sexy still doing a fantastic job. Does tip their hand a little bit early with those ERG shots, but Coco distracted for a moment, and that's all it takes for number one to seize the lead for themselves, even while Gomitax keeps pouring on the kills.
7 kills is what Gomitax has found. Make that 8 as he finds another one. Suddenly, Score Gaming are in the lead once again. Now with 1 kill at all, it's not a big lead. And Coco and Assassin have only found 3 and 2. That's not the numbers you want to see from your teammates, but at least Gomitax is putting in the work.
That last exchange going critically badly for the number one squad, puts them pretty far behind, almost an entire team's worth of kills. We see the number one squad stacking up, looking to try and get those kills back with a big concerted push.
Assassin finds a kill onto Bad Sexy. Here comes Rayo with his Cock V. Will not be able to find any kills. It's a 4-kill lead for Score Gaming with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go.
Nice pick up on the back end. It looked like number one were a little bit disappointed to not find Score Gaming setting up a defensive position. Instead, the Mexican squad moving out onto the map in general, leaving number one to take possession of this defensive position, which has at times proven to be a poison chalice. Instead, number one, they're not sitting back, they're charging forward, but Score Gaming are ready to meet them.
28 kills for Score Gaming, man, counterfeit. These guys are doing so well for themselves. Even though it looked hard for them to begin with, they have been able to catch their way back. And number one, while they are staying competitive, are falling further and further behind.
You may have to eat those words, though. As I thought for a second, we might be seeing number one coming back in. They did manage to get some good work done with the bomber. And they're setting up in the command center, this building we're looking at right now, with Joby inside. This command center over on this particular part of the map. A reasonably good defensive position, but does have a lot of entry points that make it hard to not get caught off guard from at least one angle.
But this game is definitely not done yet. As number one are only behind 2 kills Score Gaming. They obviously want to win this game, but for number one to make it back, to make that comeback and win game 1 would be quite the feat against the highest seeded team in the tournament.
For sure, and you said before, Jesper, that Score Gaming, the other members, need to step up. Assassin apparently listening to the stream, has been able to rack themselves up an awful lot of kills, and their bombing runs as well being used to great effect to extend that lead further.
Now, the 40 kill mark has been reached by Score Gaming. They are getting awfully close to winning this game 1. Number 1, they want to make a push now. They need to come out and find a lot of kills because they are falling so far behind.
Rayo forced the fallback. Go4MC5 cashes in that bounty hunter. The access to those kill streaks, particularly effective and good long range fire, finally puts paid to by a good flank from number 1. But Score Gaming, they've whittled away at that score, and now only 2 away from victory.
One more counterfeit and make that a victory here for Score Gaming. They move up 1-0 here in this first quarterfinal for them in their first match of today. And we will be moving to construction side afterwards. But now, number 1, they did pretty well in the early game and in the mid game too. But once you reached that late game, they just couldn't keep up. And Score Gaming, they ran wild, found kills all over the place.
So, I mean, if we're looking at the two scoreboards here, you know, you move Go4MC5 out of the equation, you've got very similar team performances. It's honestly, it's a strange thing to say, but it feels like it's an area of concern that Go4MC5 was doing so much better than the rest of the team, because presumably, you know, these are pretty lengthy tournaments for these teams, and while Assassin was able to step forward, the rest of the team were not able to remotely compare. And I don't know if you can lean on 1 or even 2 players for the duration of the tournament and still win out all your games.
That is a good point, Counterfeit. You can never rely on just a single person to put in all the work that you need. So we need to see everyone from these 2 teams step it up a notch in order to help their top fraggers out.
Alright guys, we'll be drawing our Twitch giveaway to a close pretty darn soon. Go4MC5 in the chat along with admin at Soldier Girl for today. So guys, enjoy the break and we shall return. Number 1 versus Score Gaming. It should be another fantastic game coming up shortly. Welcome back everybody from all around the planet. Score Gaming versus number 1, number 2 game between these two teams. And the question still remains, can Go4MC5 perform at the level they were performing in the previous game, and should they even be trying to?
Well, Confit, my question is, will number 1 be able to, well, find a lot of kills here against Score Gaming like they did in game 1? Because you know what, number 1, they stayed competitive for a long time, but once we got to a point where Score Gaming, they could rack up a lot of kills and make an explosive ending, it happened quick. And number 1, they just need to stay close to Score Gaming once again, and then make the same push for the final stretch once again, like Score Gaming did in game 1.
Well, the distances may be vast across the construction sites, but each of these players are able to reach out and touch one another, pick up those kills from extreme range, just shrink this whole map down with the amount of snipers in play. You know, you can have people a whole third of the map away from you, who can still snipe you off from any angle, just as Arcade did from there.
Confit, let's check in with the scoreboard, see who are on top right now. Go4MC5 having found only 1 kill, but it is Zentic this time around putting in the work for Score Gaming. We said before we ended the last game that we needed to see everyone step it up, that everyone needed to put in more work, especially for number 1, because you can't rely on a single person to do all the work, and it's not looking like number 1 have figured out how to do that.
Number 1 do manage to start picking up a couple of kills. Remember, Bad Sexy from last time round did pretty darn well. Also Rayo and Jobe both picking up kills, so far so even, despite an early advantage for Score Gaming. And Go4MC5 also picking up things a little bit in this slightly later game.
Number 1, that's a big push right there, finding 4 kills, but immediately Score Gaming, they fight back, Coco finding a kill. And now that score has been more or less equalized with a 14-14 score.
Coco doing some very nice snap firing across as Score Gaming takes the lower bounds of the level. Bad Sexy cleans up that last one, I think with a floor bang. Realized Score Gaming was going underneath, and that AoE damage from the grenade enough to penetrate through and ruin their advance.
Now Score Gaming, they are behind Counterfeit. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Number 1, they want to stay as close as possible to Score Gaming. Now with them having this lead, they want to keep it controlled. But Score Gaming, they are finding kills all the time, and they make sure to claw their way back and not give number 1 a chance to develop a lead.
I think Claw is the most appropriate when you see these melee kills from all these werewolves around the place. Honestly, it's enough to put one off like Amphitry for life. So, reset time. Go4MC5 still in the lead. Coco and Arcade picking up some amount of kills, but still it feels like Score Gaming are leaning pretty heavily on the team owner Go4MC5 to get those real big numbers in. Good pick up there on Bad Sexy, who's up there with Go4MC5 and Jobe as the top 3 scorers, spreading the load a little bit more evenly.
This game kind of is a good example of high tier MC5, where the teams, they are equally matched, where they trade kills back and forth. Go4MC5 finding 2 kills right there does put Score Gaming in the lead with 5 kills.
Yeah, Go4MC5's unstoppable as it says up at the top of the screen. Of course, the lie put to those words by Bad Sexy almost immediately, but the point, of course, being that Score Gaming's sniper line persisted for long enough to give them a pretty humongous lead.
Number 1 are down 1 game in this best of 3 series, so if they lose this game, then they are out of today's tournament, and they don't want to see that happen, so they need to now push in for Score Gaming. They are a very strong team, and Go4MC5 has been the deciding factor here between Score Gaming and number 1. So unless they can somewhat find a way to put the lid back on Go4MC5, it's going to be a hard task.
I think the genie's out of the bottle here, though. Gomatex does get caught by the side. Has the ability to, of course, duck behind the train, but Bad Sexy will not be denied. Tosses the grenade across, still gets a kill. 2 minutes left to play. And Score Gaming are still ahead, but it's only by a small margin. Saris picks up one. Number one are swarming, and they really want to pick up a very favorable trade.
I think we're going down to the last second. 2 kills separating the two teams. Make that one as Joby finds a kill. And now with 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go, 7 kills is all Score Gaming needs. But number one, they need 8.
Very, very close. It's still within grasp as Gomatex and Coco tear apart number one. The hopes of a last-second reprieve seem to be gone like the wind.
And that means game 2 will go over to Score Gaming. Very well played by them. And that means that Score Gaming, they will face Gamuso in that semi-final in the top half of the bracket.
So guys, as we've now moved through a fair chunk of the tournament, we're going to draw ourselves a first giveaway winner. So, on Twitch, AJ Rocky, can you enter your dog tag and platform into the chat? So AJ Rocky will be our Twitch winner. We will need both a dog tag and platform, please. Otherwise we won't be able to get your details all matched up with each other. So while we move on to our next round, we'll also be moving on to our next giveaway, which will be on Facebook. Please do head across to facebook.com/ModernCombat and enter in hashtag quarter if you want to get in on that. And we will of course be setting up with another break game for you guys to play. For this time a team battle. Deedless, what's our destination?
Ooh, let's make it museum.
Museum?
Museum.
Why, that's where you belong in. Let's...
Wait, man, you're the oldest guy here.
I'm the oldest guy alive.
I'm young. I don't need any museum. I'm good.
Well, we shall see. Come and join us, gentle friends, one and all, from Denmark, from the UK, from wherever you happen to be around the place. Let's see. So what do you guys... I can see Gomatex is still trolling around in the chat, of course. Very, very pleased with himself. The kitten who got the cream there. Hey guys. You know, even
Hey
if...
people. Hey Peter.
Yes.
You
What?
just said, hey guys. I said, hey Peter.
What?
What?
I don't understand this world anymore.
I'm confused, Peter. What are you confused about?
I don't even know anymore. I honestly don't know. Well, we've got ourselves a good amount of players. You guys are pretty feisty keen today, so let's get this break game started. We shall catch you on the other side. Our ESL competition will continue, but who shall it be? Stay tuned to find out, and keep your Facebook entries coming in, because just like Twitch, that will come to a close and the opportunity will pass. See you guys in a few minutes' time. So Daedalus, this is what we've been building up towards. Score Gaming versus Gamuzo. We thought Score Gaming might not even make it this far, but now Gamuzo have to go against our #1 seeded team.
And Gamuzo, they have quite a task ahead of them, going up against Score Gaming. Even though Score Gaming haven't looked that impressive in today's competition, they still are the first seeded team, and the team you need to respect.
We'll have to see how Score Gaming manage. As we said before, Gomatak's taking the lion's share of the load. Mixing the metaphors a little bit there, but whatever the result, Gamuzo actually went out pretty handily in this first exchange. Of course, we may well have 3 whole matches between these two teams for them to learn each other's capacities. But Score Gaming, have a quick look and see when the last time these guys played against each other, because I don't think it was recently.
I'm not quite sure, Counterfeit, but for now, Gamuzo are keeping even with Score Gaming, but gonna have to wait and see if that works out for them, because Gamuzo, #1, when they played against Score Gaming, they were able to keep even for a long time as well. But once we reached the later stages of the game, Score Gaming, they made an explosive push and took over the game.
Well, speaking of explosive, my research has turned up startling results, because last time these two teams met, it was actually Gamuzo who won out in the first round of competition against Score Gaming, knocking them out of the competition extremely early. So if any team is set up to surprise our #1 seed, it's going to be Gamuzo, with MIT picking up some numbers as well, and the early advantage in their laps.
6 kills is what Gamuzo they are in the lead with. That's quite a lot of kills, and I don't think I've seen #1 have this kind of lead against Score Gaming in their series against them. So Gamuzo doing quite well for themselves. Now obviously, there's still a lot of time left in this match and a long way to go before Gamuzo will win this one.
I think Score Gaming have been rocked back by how well Gamuzo have been playing this early game, but you're right, it's all about what happens as we get closer to the finish line. Score Gaming have been picking up a whole bunch of kills, almost eradicating that big old lead that Gamuzo earned for themselves early on.
Coco coming in, finding a kill. Counterfeit, can we have a look at the scoreboard? I want to see who's doing well on the side of Score Gaming. It is going to be Gomatak once again, but the rest of his team stepping up and also finding kills 4, 4, 3, and 2, making sure to help Gomatak carry the load this time around.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I suppose for the long-term potential of Score Gaming, as you said, for them all to be on roughly the same score as each other. Good in some respects, bad in others. It may turn into one of those games where Score Gaming need to pull out a captaincy performance from someone like Gomatak in order to overcome Gamuzo, who look pretty darn good, especially with JRD. Absolutely ludicrous performance so far.
Oh, Score Gaming, they're making their way back, Counterfeit. They're not giving up at all. Gamuzo, they are not going to win this game without a fight, and Score Gaming, they want to win game 1 here. After all, it's best of 3 series, so they don't want the pressure to be on them to win the next 2 games in a row.
Score Gaming losing out pretty hard there as Gamuzo straight out into the main area and clean up what I presume was the beginnings of an offensive maneuver from Score Gaming. Caught in its infancy, and Gamuzo with a healthy lead as MIT picks up another. Gomatak does trade back, but I don't know, it feels like Gamuzo have got a very good sense of where and when to push their luck.
You are definitely right, Counterfeit. Gamuzo, they are a well-oiled machine. They know when they can push, they know when they can find kills, and they know when they should work together as a team. And that's what we're seeing, an excellent showing off here on the streets. Score Gaming currently behind by 4 kills with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go.
BA doing some real nice work from outside. It seems like the fighting moving inside the central building for a second. Of course, the heavies favoured in there with their AoE damage, able to fill it out any competition. We have got a move in from Score Gaming trying to disrupt that a little bit themselves as Arcade continues to work their magic from apart, and Pachinko comes in to try and disrupt further.
41 kills is what Gamuso they currently are rocking. So they are very close to that 50 kill mark, and to win here against Score Gaming, knocking Score Gaming out or at least picking up a victory against them would be unheard of. And would be quite a performance, something that we didn't expect and something that we didn't dare dream of. Now Score Gaming at 41 as well, but Gamuso they have 44.
Arcade providing fast support for the Score Gaming side from extreme long range with that BSW. The Gamuso are doing so well in the close quarters. We're seeing the individual members of Score Gaming going in, trying to pick off kills, but I think a split focus is costing Score Gaming as Gamuso looks to close this one out. 2 kills do come in for Score though, so it could be closer than it appeared like it was going to be.
48 to 48. Who will find those last 2 kills? Score Gaming finding one. Coco. Oh no, it's going down to the very last kill. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? And that's going to be Gamuso winning this game.
Wow, doesn't get any closer than that without going to overtime. I think Score Gaming just a little too eager to pick up that last kill. Rushed in, 1 against 2, only really ends one way. But honestly, look at these scoreboards here, and wow, they're so similar. MIT and Coco almost with exactly the same score. Arcade and JRD, again, almost with the same scores. The whole table looks pretty similar all the way down. I think that's how we end up with a 49 to 50 game.
Oh yeah, man, it was such a close game. Even though Gamuso they were in control for a long period of time, Score Gaming once again made a push towards the end and made sure to at least keep themselves relevant. But they lose game 1 and they're gonna have to pull it back advantage.
Alright guys, stay tuned. Facebook giveaway remains live. This should be an absolutely fantastic series. So we'll be back as soon as our next game is ready between Score and Gamuso. Welcome back, one and all. Our next encounter between Score Gaming and Gamuzo begins here on Vantage. It should be fantastic. The last one showed these two teams could not be more closely matched.
Oh no, going down to the very last kill count fit, Score Gaming and Gamuzo. They are more than evenly matched, I would say.
We'll have to see if that holds over into this game. As an early exchange of kills, JRD, remember from last time round, did very, very well for themselves. We'll see if Score Gaming continue to perform in a more uniform manner, or if they'll start trying to break out once again.
Now Gamuzo are down a kill, but it's not a very fast game at all. They are keeping to their side here on Vantage, while you do see Score Gaming being on the opposite side. So it's going down to a game of who can snipe the best.
It seems like a risk to be taking, especially when, you know, each of these individual snipes is set up and executed on so very fast. See you say firing across the bow, trying to go for a little bit of a lucky shot if one is forthcoming. This is the kind of map at the kind of style which definitely lends itself to having the map open so we can keep an eye on how the teams are developing around the map itself.
1 minute and 30 seconds has been played. And we have only seen 4 kills overall. Gamuzo staying over on the left side, Score Gaming over on the right. Neither team being willing to push out and try to look for those kills, waiting to see if they can find some sniper shots.
I can just hear a little bit of covering fire going back and forth. So let's take a look around and see what we've got going. So Arcade up the stairs here. Canada manages to pick up a nice pick-off kill. But we are seeing a special. They're the one breaking away from the pack, but they may not like what they're just about to find.
Oh no, Gamuzo finding some kills here against Score Gaming. Finally, we do see Gamuzo trying to break free a bit and put the pressure on to Score Gaming. Now with 2 kills in the lead, Canida finding a headshot right there with that cock V. Now 2 kills, Gamuzo, they can pull back and force Score Gaming to come to them.
Canada must be able to see something that we can't see, because I've not seen anyone sniping from this position before, but it's working pretty darn well so far. As MIT out on the field, that low-flying recon chopper, that's definitely not up to regulations. As Score Gaming are moving as a unit, but that is putting them in the sights of the multiple different Gamuzo snipers who are very hard to keep track of.
Score Gaming are falling a bit behind in terms of kills, Counterfeit, and that is not what we want to see from them. They are down 1 game here in this best of 3 series, so we obviously want to see them put up a performance and try their best to draw it back. But against Gamuso, it's looking like they might have found their superior team.
Certainly not looking good for Score Gaming right now, though the transition over to this side of the map may favour Score a little bit more as they start to come through. You can see that the defensive line from Gamuso pretty effective so far. It's cut down multiple Score members, and Zentic falling as well. I'm surprised Score will carry on trying to push after losing out so heavily.
Yeah, man, they are losing out pretty heavily. 6 kills deficit between these two teams. Score Gaming not having the time of their life, while Gamuso, they might be moving into the grand final.
8 kills ahead. Very strong so far. Canada 5-0. Real nice stuff. As time is running out for our number 1 seed, Gamuso. They were the team to take down Score Gaming last time they encountered each other back at the beginning of January. And it seems like, at least from what we're seeing right now, that Gamuso, even more than in Game 1, have got Score Gaming's number.
10 kills is currently what Gamuso they have in the lead, with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go. If Gamuso can keep this up, if they can keep a lead, then this will be their victory. Now, Score Gaming are finding kills, they are pushing in, they know that they have to make something happen. And it's not working out well for them because Gamuso, they're shutting them down, they're cutting them down, they're killing them, Peter. And it's not giving them a lead.
MIT doing some real nice ambush work there. All of the offensive pushes Score Gaming have been trying to go for have ended in disasters. MIT right in the back of their lines as well. A special cleaning up on the backside. Gamuso are just outmaneuvering Score Gaming at every turn, seemingly reading their minds, in the perfect position to sweep out Score Gaming's legs before they can find a place to stand and fight.
1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Score Gaming, they are desperate at this point. 14 kills behind. That's not what they want at all. Especially with Gamuso already having 1 game advantage. You know what, Counterfeit? The Game 1 went down to the very last kill. It's looking like Gamuso, they're just going to take this game single-handedly without giving Score Gaming a chance to make a comeback.
And what's really striking me about the Gamuso play is just how perfectly they're positioned around the place. You can see MIT off in the corner there. There's, Gamuso doing what wouldn't necessarily be in the hands of a lesser team an effective strategy, which is spreading out and firing in from multiple different angles. They've been doing it all game long, and it's worked so well for them because even, they're all covering each other, and Score Gaming are more than happy to run in and get caught in the crossfire.
But we are about to say goodbye to Score Gaming. Unless they can keep from dying a single time, which they cannot, then they will be thrown out of the tournament. This is going to be the 4th seeded team, knocking out the 1st seeded team. Quite a story, Counterfeit. Not something that I dared dream about, but Gamuso, they move into the grand final, and this might finally be their hour.
Yes, have been kept down recently, as we said, by other top teams, but a chance to shine up on the big stage. Let's see who our Facebook winner is going to be. It's going to be Max Diaz. So we're moving on to Mob Crush next, but Max Diaz is our Facebook winner. Please post your dog tag and platform. We will be moving on to Mob Crush for our next giveaway of the day. So if you head across to mobcrush.com/moderncombat and type in #semi, then you'll get all your dreams coming true, at least as far as a chance at 300 credits goes.
That is my dream, Counterfeit. How did you know that?
It's because you wrote it to Santa. And guess who's been intercepting Santa's mail?
You have? Are you Santa Claus?
No, otherwise I wouldn't need to intercept his mail.
Oh. Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes life just works out that way. For now, though, let's get you guys a game to play. So, we'll go for a team battle, but stop me when you hear when you like. Overtime, conversion, vantage, museum, scramble.
Stop.
You want to scramble?
Yes, I do. I love scrambles.
Well, yeah,
Especially scramble eggs.
Come and prove yourself in the crucible that the teams have tried to show off their skills in as well. Let's see if any of you can compete on the same level. ESL 123 or the global chat invite, which should be going out as soon as the lobby is fully set up. There we go. Let's get you guys in here, as we could easily be moving towards our grand final pretty darn soon. Dealers, I'm also excited to see what Gamuso can do. I thought they played amazingly in that last game.
Yeah, man, they did so very well. In Game 2, it looked much better than in Game 1. And if they can keep this up, then I'm sure that whoever they're going to face in that grand final is going to have a hard time.
Absolutely, for sure. So we'll be keeping this current Mob Crush giveaway going for up until the finals themselves start, and then we'll be moving on to YouTube itself. So get your entries in while you can. Mob Crush, one of the best platforms to enter in on, because one of the less trafficked, certainly compared to something like YouTube or the like. Let's see if we can get some more players in. Deedless, can you tempt them in with stories and dreams of perhaps future glory?
Guys, if you join up, then you're not only gonna get the bragging rights, but you're gonna get the chance to show Peter how MC5 is played. Because this guy is so bad at the game that he needs to be shown the light.
Well, now I just feel bad.
Well, you are bad.
Remember, guys, e-bullying is never okay.
That's right. I'm sorry, Peter. I love you. Do you want to be my friend?
I'll think about it.
You make me sad.
Well, now you know how I feel. The cycle of violence, guys, just keeps going round and round.
You're such a bully. It's not okay.
Well, there you go.
It's not fair.
Oh dear. Well, let's see if we can find some other people to help wipe away those tears at the barrel of a gun.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Well, to be fair, when you've got tears in your eyes, then everyone else has tears everywhere, I guess.
Wait, how do you know I have tears in my eyes?
Well, I hope that's why you got them.
Well, how do you know I'm crying?
I mean, I don't for sure. Or do I?
Have you hacked my webcam, Peter? Please don't.
I don't really need to hack your webcam. You just keep turning it on all the time.
What? No, I don't. That's a lie. You tell a lie, Hardnell.
Alright, well, we'll find the truth of the matter if the blue team win. Everything I say forever is true. If the red team win, something else will happen, I guess. This is what we call fortune telling MC5 style. So guys, thank you for taking part in it, and we'll see you on the other side of the break. Welcome back, everybody. Our other semi-final has arrived. We've seen the departure of Score Gaming as Gamuzo move up to the grand finals. Who will join them? Will it be Roxas or the Oblivious Allies?
Either way, it's going to be an American team versus a Japanese team. Oblivious Allies and Roxas both representing Japan. And now battling out here on a best-of-3 battleground. Streets is going to be our first destination. Roxas finding 3 kills to begin with. We know that Roxas, they are a team that can very well swing the tide of things in just a matter of seconds because they are so aggressive all the time.
We noted before that Gamuzo were the other team in the grand finals awaiting the winner of this semi, had been knocked out multiple times recently. The team that they had been knocked out recently by was Frankenstein. And you'll notice that Frankenstein isn't in this semi-final. The reason for that is because Roxas were the ones to knock Frankenstein out of the tournament in the quarters.
Yeah, it took them 3 games, but they won 2-1. And that just means now that for Roxas, they are pretty warmed up and ready to take on Oblivious Allies, currently with a 1 kill lead. Obviously, they want to win a bit more convincingly, but a win is a win nonetheless.
The Passy doing a pretty nice job with that Cog V from afar. Takes on 2 members of Roxas at the same time and somehow manages to survive the experience. Bunch of kills slamming in though for Roxas. They managed to find nearly every member of the Allies and cut them to pieces.
Oh yeah, Roxas now pulling themselves pretty far ahead. 5 minutes left to go, counterfeit. And Roxas are about to reach that halfway point with 25 kills.
Yeah, looking very good for them all of a sudden. Seeming to have taken the measure of the Allies in the early going. Now using that information to inflict maximum punishment as swiftly as possible. The Allies trying to gather themselves, but this game is swinging out of their control so darn quickly.
The Oblivious Allies, they need to work together better as allies, or else it's not going to work out for them at all. Right now, Roxas, they are so very far ahead, and Oblivious Allies, they're gonna have to make quite a job out of it if they want to pull themselves back. Right now, Roxas, with them having this gigantic lead, I think it's going to be hard for the Oblivious Allies to make a comeback.
Doesn't seem to be on the cards. Anch and everyone else, welcome to the stream if you're just tuning in. This is our second semi-final of the game. In the first, we saw Score Gaming knocked out by Gamuzo. Now the 2 Japanese squads, Roxas and the Oblivious Allies, going head to head. But after that big exchange of grenades, Roxas still remain vastly far ahead.
Roxas now reaching 40 kills. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. I don't think they need those 3 minutes. They just need 9 more kills. And it's going to come in a matter of seconds for Roxas. Oblivious Allies, they are only at 30 kills. So very far behind.
The Allies, like a lot of teams, kind of coming back in the late game, realizing there's so little to lose apart from the game itself, of course. To throw absolutely everything at Roxas has succeeded in pushing them back a little bit and closing that gap, but Roxas's work in the early going, I think, just too much to overcome.
2 more kills for Roxas. Oblivious Allies, they can't afford to die anymore. They need to stop the bleeding. But now Roxas, they need 1 more kill, and I'm sure this is a done and dusted game here on the streets. We're gonna move to Vantage to figure out who will be our victors. If it's going to be the Oblivious Allies going down 2-0, or if they can extend this best-of-3 series into a game number 3.
I'm impressed by what we saw at the end of that game from the Allies. They started really laying into Roxas, and they recovered a lot of the lead the Roxas had managed for themselves. I think if Roxas hadn't gotten quite as far ahead, and the Allies just pulled the trigger on that kind of play a little bit earlier, we could be looking at a different result. But D-list, we've got to get to break because we've got at least 1 more game between these two to go forward with. 7 minutes or less till we return. Roxas versus the Oblivious Allies. Japan versus Japan. Coming up after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Our semi-finals continue as the Oblivious Allies and Roxas swap sides. A difference of 8 kills in the previous game, but the Allies showed us the steel that they have in their hearts just at the end of the last game, but it was just a little too late.
And now we're gonna have to wait and see if the Oblivious Allies, they can make a comeback in this best of 3 series, or if Roxas, they're gonna go into the grand final in a 2-0 matter.
It looked pretty even for quite a long time between Roxas and the Oblivious Allies, but when the hurt dropped from Roxas, it was devastating. Now Roxas have got the measure of the Oblivious Allies. On the previous map, I have to wonder if that confidence will extend through to Vantage.
Yeah, man, they wreaked a lot of havoc, and now Roxas, they're looking to do the same here on Vantage. The Oblivious Allies, they haven't gone down yet, but here comes the push from Roxas. They're looking for those first kills, and they will get the first blood. But the Oblivious Allies, they come out ahead by finding 4 kills, and Roxas only getting 2.
Yeah, massacre in the lower folds there as Fold comes up, takes up Rusei and Rai. So going from what we've been told from Anch in the chat, Both Rai and Ruse, former ASN First Action members for you guys who've been around for a while, or more recently, members also of the Old Glory squad, who look to recapture some of the glories of the past. Allies still looking very good in this early going. Perhaps that last gasp of aggression has lasted through to game 2.
It's looking like Advantage is much more a map for the Oblivious Allies. At least for now, they are doing much better than on the streets. Roxas only behind by 1 kill. Make that ahead by 1 kill, but the Oblivious Allies are keeping up thus far.
Parsley picks up one there onto Rai. Now dead even between the two. You see the teams charging up the stairs, going face to face with each other. We expected sniper action, but it's all about this fighting from mere feet away from one another. As even with all of that, we still remain dead even.
Who needs to use your ACOGs when you can just go straight into the meat of your opponent and hammer them down with your sniper? Now Roxas, they're starting to create a lead for themselves, the Oblivious Allies. They don't want to see this happen. They don't want to give Roxas a lead like they did in game 1, because it turned out lethal for them.
Kiri and Zero picking up things as the Roxas team transition away from that early, very close run and gun style to now more pick and kill as you please. And the Oblivious Allies, they looked so good before, but this tactical flexibility of Roxas is paying off in spades, and they're overwhelming their country folk, the Allies, in this what we might call later game.
Well, not just their tactical the tactical strength from Roxas is making sure that they are coming out ahead, but also their mechanical skills counterfeit. They are just better as individuals, and are making sure to trade kills whenever they find someone on the map.
Roxas look to finish this one out pretty comfortably. Zero and Kiri, who said, with the imp in hand, the snipers of the Roxas squad, along with their short range components, have been doing an absolute job. As Kiri goes down, Zero keeps the kills, are coming and manages to sneak up. Last chance again for the Allies, but again, even a last second reprieve will not last long enough to preserve their path to the finals.
It's going to be so hard to make that comeback, and now with 1 kill is all Roxas they need. It's going to be over, it's going to be done and dusted, and now Roxas, they're going to have to face Gamuso in the grand final.
So as we said, Roxas carrying the legacy of Frankenstein. I have to wonder what Gamuso are thinking, knowing that their toughest match is yet to come. Mob Crush giveaway remains in place for now, but once we get started with the finals after the first game, it will be done. Roxas move forward, but let's get you guys something to play while we get set up for that finals. So let's go for... what should we go for? Well, we've got the free-for-all, we've got the team deathmatch, or something a little weird. What do you think, Deedless?
Well, I think you could go for a Battle Royale.
A Battle Royale? Does this mean you're back on with being the coach once again?
Only if you apologize for firing me in the last episode.
Oh, right. Well, I thought it was episodic. I didn't realize stuff carried over from week to week. In that case, yes. Deedle Buddy, will you be my coach once again?
Yes, Peter. I will.
It's like a movie. Let's see how long we get into the first game before we part ways again.
Well, I believe in you, Peter.
Thanks, Deedle Dad. Deedle... Dadless.
Daedalus. Well, I believe in your Battle Royale skills on the iOS platform.
Well, I mean, But yeah, we've been playing a lot more on iOS than before. And, I mean, I'm not as terrible as I once was. I think I'm still fairly bad, but I think there's a little bit more time to work with on iOS because people are, it's not as immediately deadly as it would be on PC. Oh, quick! Well, I've got a chance. I can't remember it. Is it I imagine it's probably the one with the butt forwards. So, if any of you guys are from the stream, please do come and join me at the dealer's chat and pay tribute to this magnificent creature by shooting it in the butt.
Oh my god.
Man, I can't believe how much work I've been putting into trying to get this to catch on. I've yet to see anybody doing it.
Oh, it's so weird, Peter. Why do you continue to do it? You're embarrassing me. Dad, stop it.
Bruh, thank you for your entry over on Mob Crush. Who said we'll be ending that pretty darn soon. We're just waiting on the start of our finals, so there's every chance we won't see the end. Oh no! We ran out of ammo. I guess that Deedlebutt will have to go. Well, I would say unshot, but I think it's been shot quite enough already, honestly. Friends, have you come to shoot a Deedlebutt? Please tell me it's true. King Pelos. Is that someone from the chat? I'm not sure. Alright, so coach, where should we drop?
Let's go to the place above the airport. The one with one guy there.
Alright. So, keep me going. I'm going to be focusing on the game, so I'll need your... Oh gosh, this is a pretty hard place to start, actually.
Well, I usually find snipers here. I've found imps as well.
Yeah, I knew the second I did that, I was like, that was a dumb idea, wasn't it?
Yeah. Don't aim down your sights when you're that close to someone with a sniper.
I mean, I know I've brought you on by this coach, but I have my questions about the choice of starting location there. I think it feels like that's very do or die. Like,
well, maybe it's just time to do then. Instead of dying.
Alright, well, let's give it a try. So, maybe we can go to your second choice of starting location?
Alright then.
Jesus Sanchez is a big fan of Roxas versus Gamuzo. Yeah, it should be an absolutely fantastic finals. Both the teams playing have worked extremely hard to get there. And honestly, I think Gamuzo is probably the biggest surprise. I would imagine the Roxas come into it favoured, but I don't know, Gamuzo has surprised us once already, why not twice? Oh wait, I almost forgot. Phew, good job, brain. So guys, if you're from the stream...
I have a question for you, Peter.
Yes, ma.
Which dish is your favorite?
Hmm?
Which dish is your favorite?
I'm not understanding the question, really. Revenge? Served cold?
Go to West Compound.
Well, there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, well... Peter, a dish. Like lasagna.
Yep.
Which is your favorite?
Oh, okay. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not sure if I have a favourite one specifically. Actually, let's switch across to SASR because that's a little bit more practical. What do I ever think? I quite like pasta. I think pasta's pretty good.
Well, just plain pasta? Or do you want, like, tomato sauce with it?
Oh, yeah, well, you can't have... Well, I suppose, to be fair, you can actually have various different pastas with that sauce.
Yeah, man, you need to be more specific.
Well, how about How about you?
My favorite dish is I like dal a lot.
I thought you said dog for a second there. I was going to be
No, no,
very
no.
alarmed.
I like dal a lot. I think bibimbap is my favorite dish.
Sorry, what's that?
A bibimbap?
I've never heard of that. What is it?
That's the Chinese equivalent to ramen.
Oh, okay.
It's
Neat.
basically rice and then a bunch of different vegetables.
Huh. Okay.
But you want to like fry those vegetables with a special pan. It's called oh, I can't remember.
Bibimbap?
Yeah, bibimbap.
Bibimbap. How fascinating. Have any of you guys in the chat heard of this? Because it's literally the first I've ever heard of it.
It's extremely good. But yeah, you want to fry all of the vegetables, then you also serve it with like a an egg on top.
Okay.
So you would have like a smiling egg.
Oh man, I can't believe I got killed by that guy.
Well, you stood still and you aimed down your sights, but you didn't hit anything.
Yeah, well, I've got a real... I have the problem on PC in particular of just not accounting enough for people's movement. And I feel like if I just learned to do that more, I'd hit people all the time. Oh man. Well, I did better in that one. But not a lot better, but certainly didn't die straight away. So coach, what was my big mistake?
You didn't move, and you aimed down your sights. Actually, it's hard for me to say, but at that moment, I think you shouldn't have aimed down your sights because on iOS, my dear student, you have a problem with moving while aiming down your sights.
Okay. Well, yeah, you definitely move a lot slower while you're aiming
Exactly.
down sights. Okay. Oh, I think our sound has gone out of sync. Might do a quick restart on this before we get to the next one then. Try and fix it. Alright, so where should we drop?
Let's go to the harbor.
Are you sure?
North Village, then.
Alright. Yeah, I don't really want to go to completely packed out area if I can avoid it.
Well, there's multiple ways of winning a battle royale. There's hiding for a long time, and then there's actually fighting. There's no shame in hiding, of course. Why are you standing still?
Looking around for a friend to shoot in the head. They'll never expect me up here. I'm invisible, like the Batman.
But you're not the Batman. The only thing you are is Batman. You're Batman.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha.
Gosh, that was very rude-like.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, hi, Jesper.
Hi.
This is a very cool structure that doesn't actually do anything, but it looks awesome.
It looks demonic.
It's the scariest place around. Tier 2. Nice.
Oh my god, tier 2 armor. Peter, you are well protected now.
Well, we shall see, we shall see. Oh, hello. We found our first customer.
Kill him. Kill him, Peter. Show no mercy. Cut him down.
That was
Wait,
embarrassing.
Wait, what? What happened there? That was like an invisible wall.
We got messed up with the hitbox.
Oh, you got the kill. Nice. And then you died to someone else.
He was literally standing right behind us. Yeah,
Oh.
I think it's, I'd say it's probably almost like a general rule that once you've had a gunfight with someone and you don't kill them on the first volley, you should probably just leave. Because that's going to attract everybody nearby. And like, it's the only thing that shows up on the map for everyone else is when you're firing. So I think in that case, that was the major tactical error. It was sticking around, because it wasn't worthwhile killing that player at all. Alright, have we got any challenges yet? No! Ooh. I'm looking forward to when those come in. I'm assuming there'll be things that allow you to earn some of the new stuff that's in the patch. But I don't know as of yet exactly what it's going to entail. We'll have to see if I can find that out. Access my secret sources. They're very secret, you know. Go4MC5. Well, there has been an update for MC5 recently, though it wasn't a major gameplay update. There's been some new skins and things that have been brought in. It's mostly significant for introducing some more anti-hacking measures, which is never going to be kind of explained in detail because they don't want people to just get around them. But it should hopefully give you guys, particularly on Android and PC, a significantly better experience with avoiding cheaty, terrible people. Alright, where should we drop?
Let's go to North Village again.
Oops. Okay, we spawned in.
Airport.
I know this is pretty... Well, this isn't too bad, actually. Alright, that went alright. All things considered.
I am proud of you.
Oh, thanks. Can we actually get up here? Yeah. I usually find that it's worthwhile going up these ramps. There's normally like a decent amount of stuff up here, I think, because they just want to reward people for the idea of going up ramps. I know. Do you remember, Deedless, this is the exact spot where I killed you one-on-one before?
No.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
I think you're lying.
I would never lie about such a thing.
Stop lying.
Alright, we'll try and get inside the terminal. At some point, the terminal's going to get more doors, which will make this a bit easier to do. But yes, Roxas versus
remember to swap to your pistol. That makes you run faster.
Oh well, I kind of want to be able to shoot the first person I come across, really.
Well, as far as I know, a pistol shoots bullets as well.
Well, yes, but not quite as well as our friend here.
Your little friend?
My petit friend. Well,
Dein kleine Freund?
Meine kleine Kugelschreiber.
Sprechen Sie nicht Deutsch, Mr. Hardnell?
I learnt about 2 sentences.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh man, we're not having very much luck with armor, but I guess we're doing okay on most of the stuff. So if you guys can let me know if there's any... At some point, there's going to be the attachments actually kind of, you know, explained properly. Oh, actually, we've got a...
You do realize you're standing in the open right now?
I'm trying to tempt them in with my juicy, juicy flesh. Slim Tuber, whose idea was it to add Battle Royale to MC5? I'm not sure exactly. But I think they've honestly done a pretty good implementation of it, all things considered.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game mode.
The nice thing about it as well is, you know, it's going to just keep getting better. So while, you know, it started off as incredibly basic, but the work they put into it is honestly pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to try this hard.
It's gonna be good. Gonna be great.
You got the whole world on your plate.
I do?
Yeah. Ah! Alright then. That was a little alarming, but I'm glad that we kept our cool rather than freaking out, which I think would have been my usual response. You think, is it worthwhile going down into here?
Maybe. Well, as long as you can avoid fighting, then you're good. Because I don't think you're gonna win any duels.
Hey man, I won a bunch of duels. Well, I say a bunch of duels, 2.
Oh, we have a code, Peter.
We do?
Yep.
Well, in that case, I retire completely undefeated. Good job, Coach Daedalus. You've made me totally unbeatable. Alright guys, so with that in mind, our Mob Crush giveaway will be coming to a close pretty darn soon. After our first grand final game is done, whoever happens to win it out. Give us a second to actually jump into that lobby, because I know you guys are excited to see that grand finals take place. As Gamuzo, they've been waiting for their opponents. Roxas, probably one of the toughest teams they could have ended up facing in the finals, but hey, that's what you need to do if you're going to become a champion. So our pre-game lobby is ready. The players will of course need to fully arrive before our finals can officially begin. So stay tuned guys, and we shall return in hopefully just a couple of moments time. Welcome back everyone, our grand finals begins here on the construction site Gamuzo. They've been waiting. Roxas are on fire and ready to deliver. Best of 5, game number 1 of the potential 5. Right here, right now.
Oh, you say Roxas are on fire, but so are Gamuzo. And Gamuzo, they are ready to take this game to Roxas to try and win this grand final. And show Roxas that the US, they are the best team.
United States and Japan have often been at odds in MC5, right up at the top of the table. Gamuzo, though, we'll see what they've got for us. Canada proved themselves before on Vantage to be an incredibly strong asset, along with MIT, who's been doing work in the early going with the lion's share of the kills on this single Gamuzo member.
I am very sure that we're gonna get a very close game this time around, kind of fit. Right now, Roxas and Gamuso are evenly matched, and Roxas, it's not what they want, but as long as they can keep up with Gamuso, or Gamuso can keep up with Roxas, then neither team will run off and win this grand final in a best of 3 manner.
Canada doing some nice work in the early going along with MIT. In fact, very top-heavy performance from the Gamuso lineup, but it has been rewarding so far, them with the lead. Whereas, as you can see for Roxas, they are much more spread in their performance. That performance isn't quite keeping up with Gamuso until perhaps that last exchange.
5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. There's plenty of time for these two teams to pull themselves ahead. But for now, we are staying at an even terms. Roxas currently just sitting with a 1 kill lead. Roxas, with them having all of the kills spread across the board, they are making sure that everyone carries the lead, that nobody is putting in more work than the other. Whereas Gamuso, they are currently relying on 2 players.
Incredibly brutal last exchange ultimately leads to Gamuso taking the lead for themselves. While there is an attempt to steal back kills from the Roxas side, it's the Americans Gamuso who are starting to build their momentum, slaying every single Roxas member the second they step outside of the central building of the construction site.
7 kills Gamuso, currently sitting with that surplus. Now Roxas finding 2 kills, are able to tie it back to 5 kills in the deficit. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Gamuso not quite done yet, long way to go, but are much closer to the finish line than Roxas.
Canada comes around, picks off the first member of the Roxas support team. Will be able to tear through. 3 versus 1 finally falls down, with Zero providing the back support, who themselves is trying to disrupt the Gamuso firing line. But I think by the time they get there, Gamuso have already, for the most part, moved on.
I love how Gamuso, they are staying just a tad ahead of Roxas every time. 4 kills in the lead, that's quite enough as long as you are in the lead. But Gamuso, they find 2 more kills, make that 6, and now Roxas are in a bad position. Obviously, it's a best of 5 series, so Gamuso will have to win 3 games in order to win this grand final. But for now, Gamuso are looking like the superior team.
Yeah, Roxas did manage to pick up a couple of kills while Gamuso tried to transition towards this central area, but now Gamuso set up, able to toss grenades over the wall. The assault class is coming in extremely important. Roxas looking to stack up, looking for the push in. Will be able to cut down Gamuso. Rusey finishes off Dumbo, and Gamuso will be forced to transition away again.
Not only cut down Gamuso, but also cut down the kill lead that Gamuso had for themselves. They have 3 kills in the lead now. That's not enough if you want to feel safe going into this last stretch. 42 kills to 39. We are reaching that 50 kill mark for Gamuso, but they still need to find those last kills without allowing Roxas to make a comeback.
Right, and Rusev trying to find those beads, those sightlines on Gamuso. Japanese representatives still behind Gamuso. They found some sort of secret magic. They're making the best of it. JRD operating from range, making good use of cover. Canada keeps the kills are coming. Currently the top of the scoreboard, tied with MIT, their teammate for most in the game.
1 more kill is all Gamuso they need. Will they be able to find it without Roxas making that last push? 48 to 49. It's gonna be very, very close. Roxas, they want those 2 kills, but Gamuso, they just need one more, and they find it. MIT finding Rai, and that's gonna be Gamuso picking up this construction site map. Next up is Scramble.
Real impressive stuff from Gamuso. Definitely came in as the underdog. As we said, all signs seem to point to Roxas, having beaten the Frankenstein team, which had beaten Gamuso repeatedly in the previous weeks. But Gamuso defying the odds. MIT and Canada as well up at the top of the scoreline. Aruburu performing well for Roxas, but ultimately too short of a victory.
But if Gamuso can keep this up, if Gamuso can continue to drag Roxas around their nose, then I'm sure that Gamuso will be able to win the next map as well.
So guys, let's sort out our Mob Crush winner, because as you can see on screen, our YouTube giveaway is officially open. Hashtag files into the YouTube page, comment if you want to enter in. Do bear in mind, of course, you only should enter in once, otherwise Nightbot will get mad and throw away all of your entries. So our Mob Crush winner will be Gruff. Gruff will be our Mob Crush winner.
Ooh, and we already have a new pass key.
Wow! Soldier Girl, our admin today, is all over the efficiency stuff. So we'll be swiftly back onto our ground files. Do stay tuned, guys. We'll be back in just a few minutes' time. Welcome back, everyone. Our grand finals continues. Gamuso surprising everyone with their first round win. Very strong individual performances, and it looked like it might have even been a more convincing victory than that up until near the end.
Now Gamuso, they're looking to repeat their victory in game 1 here on in game 2. We are on Scramble this time around. Roxas with a map favoring snipers, looking to pull themselves back from that 1-game deficit. But obviously against Gamuso, they are going to have quite a task ahead of them.
It's going to be very close, I'm certain, just like last time round. MIT picking up some early plays. But, ooh, wow. Ruse and the rest of the squad win out the resulting trade heavily to push Roxas very far ahead.
Roxas developing a lead for themselves. I think we have a series on our hands, counterfeit, as Gamuso, they are being cut down by Roxas. Even though they have a 1-game lead, obviously it's a best of 5, so it's not quite over yet.
Gruff, thank you for your details. Over on Mob Crush YouTube giveaway in place. Hashtag finals. Remember, don't enter in multiple times or your entry will be discounted. Roxas, yeah, looking pretty good here. I mean, we are just into this series today, but Roxas seem to have a very strong strategy coming onto Scramble that has allowed them to really push the damage through early.
Ooh, now Roxas with a 7-kill lead. Recon aircraft coming in, trying to find out where Gamuso are hiding. Gamuso can't afford to give up too many kills to Roxas. They need to stop the bleeding if they want to pull themselves back from this deficit.
Canada, one of the heroes of last game for Gamuso, doing decently this time round. Unfortunately, the rest of Gamuso yet to find their feet in this game, and Roxas have been abusing it pretty hard so far to establish themselves firmly in this second Grand Finals game.
5 kills is what Roxas are rocking now. Bombers being deployed. And Roxas are looking to find Gamuso, but Gamuso are hanging out here in this hangar, not pushing out. Just waiting for Roxas to come to them, but oh, here comes Canada. Looking for a kill, will find one. And now will be traded over immediately by Zico.
Oh man, Ciro's doing a fantastic job so far. 9 and 2. Yeah, really the standout player along with Canada for the two teams. So both teams being saved such as it is by their individual players. Heavy trading going on. Gamuso trying to get over that 20 kill mark. But Roxas are making them pay for absolutely every single kill.
Gamuso are bleeding out. They aren't able to stop Roxas from finding these kills. And right now with 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go, Roxas are sitting so comfortable in this lead. And I'm sure that they are going to be pushing this to a 1-1. And we are going to have at least 4 games tonight.
Certainly looking that way as the kill streaks start to come in. Ciro dropping down the turret to secure the area for Roxas. Halfway mark officially reached. Roxas still way ahead, primarily thanks to how well Ciro, Kiri and Rusey have all been playing. Let's check in with Kiri. Rocking the assault class, does run into a face full of a special there, who's going to be playing pretty aggressively, but for every kill Gamuso are getting, Roxas are getting 1 or even 2 in return.
There's not a lot of time left, and I told a lie. I said that we only had a minute left to go. Sorry guys. Obviously we have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left, but Roxas still in the lead nonetheless with over 10 kills, and Gamuso, they are in a big trouble.
Sirica does go down to give a little bit of an opportunity for Gamuso, who win out their last trade heavily, but it's still so far for Gamuso to catch back up. MIT does pick up a kill. Canada in close quarters, the one you want if you're Gamuso to be leading the charge. Runs right into a Rubio as well, and also cuts them to pieces. But while this is going on, Roxas are trying to pick off some easier points elsewhere.
And now we have reached that 40 kill mark for Roxas, so they are about to just end this game and put it in the books. 45 kills. Roxas maybe just needed to get warmed up in game 1, as Gamuso are getting cut down very efficiently by the Japanese squad. Gamuso might have more luck on our next map, which will be Vantage.
Well, from Sniper City to Sniper City, Roxas looking incredibly confident for the team that lost out the first game. Not letting it affect them, one of the things that allows a team to recover and make it back to the championship. So it's dead even. Roxas, Gamuso won a game apiece in our grand finals.
Well played by Roxas, showing that they are the team that we know to be so good, that they cannot be underestimated, and if you give them a finger, they'll take your whole hand. So for Gamuso going into the next game, they're going to have to focus on how to stop the bleeding and not give over so many kills to Roxas, because you just saw how Roxas, they were able to pile up kills over time, and it meant that they developed a great lead for themselves.
Ciro performing very well, but Canada, from the side of Gamuso, actually the highest scoring player in the game in a losing effort. So we know the talent is there for both sides. Can they execute? As we said, Vantage will be our next destination, so don't go anywhere. Our grand finals continues, and our YouTube giveaway will conclude when the finals is finally over. Everybody, let's get back to it. Our Grand Finals reaches its turning point, this best of 5. Only one team can advance past the halfway mark with the advantage. Will it be Gamuzo, winners of round 1, or Roxas, who dominated the second?
We've only just begun, Counterfeit. It's 1-1 between these two guys, and we have at least 2 more games. Roxas are warm now, but Gamuzo are still the giants that Roxas they need to take down.
As you said, at least on paper, Roxas, the more experienced team, taking out the team Frankenstein that took Gamuzo out themselves. A complicated web of lies and deceits, but what's true is the first 4 kills falling to Roxas as they slam into the Gamuzo lineup. Number 5 completes the clean ace.
Remember what I said before we ended game 1, that Gamuzo they couldn't give over so many kills to Roxas, that they needed to stop the bleeding. Because if they give Roxas so many kills, Roxas will develop a kill lead. That's what we saw in game 2. And it's looking to happen in game 3 as well.
Roxas dominating in the early going. Suru, Rai, Kiri all doing extremely well for the Japanese squad, who are just hammering Gamuzo relentlessly, not giving them a chance to reform as a unit. And honestly, I don't think I've seen Roxas play quite this way before, but Gamuzo are starting to find what kills they can in the hellstorm that is the Roxas offense.
Gamuzo are falling so far behind Counterfeit. Even though it is a 5-kill lead for Roxas, it can't swing in a matter of seconds. Roxas, they just need a few kills to keep on having this lead. And for Gamuzo, it's not looking good at all.
Kiri picks up one to keep Roxas ahead in the lead. I suppose in good... well, we've ended up more or less in the same position we were before. Roxas managed to get those first 6 kills untraded. Now ahead by 6. Well, wait a second, glance away from it. And now it's shrunk again. Gamuzo still fighting with everything that they have. Let's see, the one to watch is MIT, currently down at the moment. GRD getting into a close range firefight. And Gamuzo, they need to be supporting each other if they're going to stand any chance at all.
For Roxas, it's not looking good at all. Sorry, for Roxas, it's looking quite good. I tell a lie, they are very far ahead. But Gamuzo, the American squad, is having troubles. Sorry, are having troubles, rather, against the Japanese squad. And they won game 1, but are not looking to be able to continue that success.
Hold the phone. Gamuzo win out that last trade pretty heavily as Canada comes in. The old slack sandwich being delivered to put Gamuzo only very slightly behind, now in possession of the upper floor. Have to watch out for those floor bangs though. Very popular at this point. But Kiri comes in, puts pay to everything. And Gamuzo start to fall behind again.
It feels like Gamuzo, they take 1 step forward and then they take 2 steps backwards because Roxas, they find those kills to put their lead even further ahead. Gamuzo not able to really cut down Roxas, not able to shorten the amount of kills that they are in the lead. For now, Gamuzo, however, are hanging on for dear life, but 1 minute, so 3 minutes and 2 seconds left to go. There's plenty of time for Gamuzo to fight.
Kiri and Zero both doing amazingly, though hope still lives for Gamuzo, taking out the top players of Roxas in that last exchange. Can they swing it up and take it further? Unfortunately, get caught from both sides there. A very well placed grenade stops the Gamuzo offense and keeps Roxas moving towards the 50 kill limit.
We're getting down to the very last kill, it feels like, because Gamuso are trying their best to keep up with Roxas, but it's not going well for them. They aren't able to do so. 47 to 42. Roxas are just on the brink of winning.
An absolute hail of grenades from Roxas. They respawned, they blew Gamuso to pieces, and it's just really well done. The coordinated grenade throwing from Roxas awarded them the breakpoint in the middle, and now they only have to win a single more time to become our champions here today.
Now let's see if Gamuso, they can fight back on conversion. Weren't able to do so on Vantage, but conversion, a different map. Roxas will want to try and close the game out in a 4-game manner, but we're gonna have to wait and see if the Japanese squad can continue to be as successful.
Kiri and Zero both doing very well for Japanese team at Roxas. Stay tuned, we could be very close to ending out today's competition, so don't go anywhere and we shall return very soon. Gentle friends one and all, our grand final is potentially concluding. But can the Roxas do it again? Or will Gamuzo show us a deep reserve of strength to draw upon?
Gamuzo, they looked good in game 1, but from there on it's just been a downhill struggle. And Roxas, they are on the verge of winning this grand final once again. Gamuzo, they want to stop that, but it's not looking like they have found the answer.
Roxas, with their extremely potent grenade throwing, just seems to be getting worse and worse for the Gamuzo side of things. The Bounty Hunter, of course, having access to a lot of grenades. Similar to how the Assault has those 3 at base, Rusei can spend the Diamond Dust instead upon kill streaks on spamming out grenades all over the place, and it's worked pretty darn well so far.
But Gamuzo are falling very far behind Counterfeit. I don't think Roxas, they want to take this to a game 5. I think they want to stop it right here and right now. At least they're putting up the work to say, okay guys, we're done with this grand final.
Roxas nearly ahead by 10. Kiri keeps pouring out the punishment. MIT does pick up 1 in return. It's Rusei, the Cobra of Roxas, doing the best so far, the standout performance. Gamuzo are starting to creep their way back in, thanks to some nice work there in close range from Yusei. But it's the trajectory this finals game of 4 is going on. It's looking like it's going to be 3-1 unless Gamuzo pull off a miracle.
Roxas are keeping together like a tight-knit unit, not giving Gamuzo a single chance to find a hole in the armor of Roxas. Always there to cover each other. This is working out pretty darn well. Gamuzo are currently behind by 12 kills.
Roxas cutting a path through Gamuzo. Yusei, as we mentioned before, by only a small margin, but a margin that Gamuzo happy to at least have. It's at least trading themselves across evenly, but perhaps taking out Rusei will give them a chance to get back into the game, just like last time round. Hitting at those vital players is so risky, but keeping them off the field even for a few moments can be worthwhile.
30-40 Counterfeit. Roxas are on the verge of winning this grand final, and I don't think that Gamuzo will find their way back. It's going to be quite a achievement if they do so, but being able to do that would be a near inhuman task.
You can hear the conversion of being rocked by the sounds of the explosions as Kiri drops down into the Gamuzo lines. Going to be tearing them up with that PR-39. Of course, that barrel full of grenades. Gamuzo have the high ground advantage, but it's not enough to equalize the massive deficit that they're laboring under as Roxas finish the job and become our champions.
Well played by Roxas. They just needed that one game in the first, on the first map, rather, to warm up and get ready to shut down Gamuzo. Won the next 3 games off of playing together like such a good unit. Always sticking together, always covering each other's butts. And now they have won the grand final. So congratulations to them. That will be $100 going into their hands and 100 Go4 points.
As Go4 points will allow premium access to our tournaments, our monthly tournaments, which will of course be the most rewarding. So we're going to draw our YouTube giveaway. Our first winner, and hopefully they are still around, is Anch. Anch, you'll need to put your dog tag and platform into the chat to claim. Otherwise we'll have to set out and find someone who is around. Now though guys, we're going to run one last battle royale to give us a little bit of time before our giveaway winners to respond. So if you are still watching the stream, please do come and join us as myself and Coach Deedless take to the field of battle one last time. Alright, so, Anch, you've got a couple of minutes. I think I saw Anch going to school, or possibly to just to somewhere else. So I don't think Anch is probably around anymore, but we'll give him a couple of minutes to respond to. Tanner the Beast is in the chat. Oh gosh. So if any of you guys are in the same game, please do come and join me by the Daedalus Jet. And we can perform our pre-game ritual together.
I don't like this pre-game ritual.
Wait a second. What's this on the bottom of the Daedalus Jet?
What is that?
What does this look like to you?
It looks like a plane, Peter. It's not a Daedalus jet.
I'm talking about this reflection that looks suspiciously like an alien grey.
It looked like your head.
Well, that too. That's because my head is an alien grey. Let's see, did we find any fellow worshippers? Nope, sadly not. Is it possible to get stuck under here?
Maybe.
No. I don't think so.
Well, have you tried?
What I want to try is driving this around the place, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh man, I can't believe that no one would join me at the plane. What about you, Pitbull? 37?
Don't do it, Pitbull. Don't do it.
Alright, so we're going to have to re-roll. So you say, I think you say possibly one of our players from the last game. So you say, iOS, if you could post your dog tag and your platform into the YouTube chat, then we'll get you set up for those 300 credit arenos. So that's you say, iOS. Alright, so Daedalus, where are we going to drop our last time of the evening?
Let's go for the airport right side.
Oh boy. Well, this could be short.
Well, I like that dropping place.
So what should our strategy be here?
Well, to try and find some good equipment, surely.
Let's try and get the high ground advantage if we can. Oh, well, that worked remarkably well. Kept us from being shot in the face, at least. Cool. That worked out pretty well. We let everyone else kill each other. I felt like we came out of that pretty alright, all things considered.
I am proud of you.
Aw, thanks. I'm proud of me too. It turns out it's not just about how amazing you are at aiming, it's also about when you choose not to fight.
Well, consider this a thumbs up for you.
For me?
For you.
Ah. It's everything I ever hoped for and more. Flippity RBX, if you're missing a giveaway from before, then please do post your dog tag and platform into the chat. Who's that over there? Drawing attention. I think we should probably stay out of trouble for a while. Playing this one out all kinds of cautious like. So you say OS, you've got just a little bit of time. Oh no, we killed both of them. That's surprising.
You can do it, Peter. You can do it.
Alright, I don't think anyone else has actually come into the terminal, so we should be able to clean up here. Oh, actually no, someone has been through here.
You can do it.
Alright, you say iOS is apparently not here, so we're going to roll it again. Flippity RBX. Oh, well. There you go. You will now be in the receipt of 2 giveaways if you just provide me with your dog tag and your platform. Congratulations. I see what you mean about speed boost though. I haven't picked up any thus far, and we probably could use one.
You can do it, Peter.
Ah, nearly everybody's dead already. Oh, I see there's some friends up here. Now this guy is pretty effective at range. Where are they? I don't know. Ugh! That was a mistake.
Well, mistakes and you pretty much go hand in hand.
Ah, good use of the phrase.
Thank you. So come on, Peter. Let's get that turkey dinner. Turkey sandwich. Turkey dinner. Come on, Peter. You can do it. Swap to your weapon. No! You can do it! Don't die. Pop a health potion. Or, medkit, I guess? Take his imp! Take his imp!
I've got an imp already.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Alright, we're starting to go into the zone of everybody's dead.
You are doing extremely well, Peter. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
Customize your weapons. Yeah, bro. Do it, bro.
Okay.
I'm yet to figure out what the scopes on the sniper rifles they do. If they have a longer like sight to them.
Yeah, I think that's generally it. There's like a 10 times scope in there. I've been assured that there will be a more explicit indication of what each thing does in a future update.
Okay. Well, nice.
Okay, we're in a pretty decent spot here. Our armor's a bit rubbish, but apart from that, we're in a okay position. Got ourselves a pretty well upgraded boss. Quite a lot of health packs. Oh, that's our ammo, which we were looking for. So our imp won't run dry at an opportune moment. And everybody's dead.
That is not alright, Peter. I don't like when everyone is dead. That means that everyone is dead.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
I don't like when everybody is dead. That means that everyone is dead.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. I want us all to be friends.
Ah. Alright, Fibbity, well, I mean, now if we've got a response from you, you don't need to worry about running out of time. Though do try and get it in before our last one is done. So, alright, strategy here, dealers, what should we be doing?
See if you can kill people with the imp. The imp is super strong. It's a one-shot, one kill.
There's somebody over here somewhere. Where should we be fighting them from?
Well, you want to have the high ground. Okay? If that's one lesson that I've learned from Star Wars, then it is that you want to have the high ground.
There's definitely... Was there someone shooting at me from over there? Oh, there.
Oh, they're dead. There is someone with an imp. You can do it, Peter. You can do it. Pull out the busk. Hop a speed boost. Pull out the busk.
So that's what they are.
Pull out the busk. There you go. And don't aim down your sights. Do not aim down your sights. Just plain up shoot him.
Oh man, I messed it up. I lost my aim coordination. Well, that sucks. But we did pretty alright.
Yeah.
All things considered.
Top 5. Congratulations, Peter.
I think we got a little unlucky that person's heard us coming. Because I thought we got around behind them pretty well. But I guess they anticipated it. Alright, so we're just waiting on Filberty RBX to come back to us, and then we'll be done with the stream tonight. So I guess we might as well get our bits and pieces out of the way before Filberty comes back. So if you haven't already, please do follow Monocoma on Facebook, Twitter, Mobcrush, YouTube, and Twitch. It does make Game Loss very happy. If you'd like to hear more of my Danish Battle Royale coach, yes, and Wunderkind. Deedless, you can... he is a almighty Kugelschreiber. You can find him at Deedless Cast.
Am I a mighty pen?
Yeah. Or you could be the terrifying Kleiderschrank. Which is...
Yeah, that's a what, like a dressing board?
It's a cupboard.
Hmm. Well, close enough.
Oh boy, I wonder if not me is going to win. Oh, I think they probably just blinded themselves with that one. Oh no! They killed me and they couldn't even win the game. What a jerk.
But you got top 4. That's pretty well.
We would say pretty good.
No, it's pretty well. It's well. I like my incorrect English.
I honestly don't know what the kind of line of reasoning is there between well and good. Especially considering that they sometimes set up in a phrase together as that's all well and good. Well, denied our turkey sandwich. They'll have to exist only in our dreams.
Well, did we get that last dog tag, Peter?
It doesn't look like it's going to happen, unfortunately. I think Filberty's having some troubles. So, Filberty, if you can't, then we will have to try and give it away to somebody who can. We'll give it a couple more moments to let her know if that's not going to happen. Well, I suppose there probably won't be too much more happening this evening, guys, so thank you so much for watching. We'll be back in just under 13 hours time for our last tournament of the weekend. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been kind of fed. He's been Deedless. This has been the Modern Combat 5 iOS tournament. The first, the two. Alright, let's re-roll. Each person will have 1 minute to respond. So, Riz DMX. Alright, Deedless, well, if you want to go to sleep, I'll just run for another Battle Royale to try and find ourselves a winner.
It's alright, I'll stay here. I'll keep you company.
Whoa, ain't you a sweetheart? Speaking of, have we made sure that... Yes, okay, yes. I was trying to make sure we made sure that Soldier Girl knew what was going on. But I think that's all fine. So guys, I'm going to have to keep jumping out. So RAS DMX Gaming, you've got 30 seconds to respond, otherwise we'll just keep going through till we find someone who is here to end out today's stream. Say it for tomorrow, then Fibity RBX come with his dog. What? What are you talking about here at Gaming Simon? You ain't half silly. Alright, we're going to do another reroll. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Nitro Knight 35. Nitro Knight 35, you've got 1 minute to respond. All you need to do is say something in the chat, and then it will sort you out. Alright, apparently we're going to randomly spawn in. So, yeah, we got a shotgun, which I guess is alright in this kind of situation. As well as an imp. Could be a lot worse.
Oh well.
What's with the long face, huh? We've actually got a pretty good start. Got loads of attachments. I thought there was someone behind us then. And then we would have been dead. Right, well we've got a chance to snipe some fools. So I imagine we should probably use this as practice.
You can do it, Peter. Oh, you got a kill. Wow.
I'm the best at video games.
Yeah, that's a no from me, dog.
Oh no. Well,
Don't lie to the stream.
apparently not. No one does seem to want those credits. Let's try No Name Modern. No Name Modern. Let's see if you are around. We need to deliver some sweet justice and also some sweet credits. Let's go hide under the dealer's flame. I don't think anyone's showing too much interest.
It's not a deedless flame.
Let's go for a BSW just because it's because of the prestige value and also because Deedless doesn't like it.
I just like the imp better.
I mean, the imp probably is better. I think it's more practical. I think if you're good with the BSW, it's probably better. But, I mean, people use them fairly interchangeably, so... Ah!
You're getting killed by being outside the zone.
Fortunately, I've got me old running boots. Now, this person is not turning around for nothing. Why have we not killed them?
You're using a shotgun. And you're, what, like 100 meters away from them.
I am not 100 meters away from them.
200 meters then.
Defeated by my old enemy. A hill. Yeah, the Soaring Shotgun has got a very terrible spread. Well, let's try and get in out of the rain. Oh, hello. What about? They disappeared. Were they ever really there?
Hey, Peter.
Hmm?
Do you want to hear a bad joke?
Go on then.
Okay. You know, I used to hate facial hair.
Okay.
But then it grew on me.
Ugh. Nope.
That was fun.
Gosh, I wasn't even paying attention to any of that. I was too busy cringing at your terrible joke.
Your terrible joke.
Oh, thanks. Now we got lots of stuff from these guys. Hopefully no one will. I guess it's, yes, it's probably prudent to stand in such a place as that you can actually see anything while you're losing, as opposed to effectively facing a wall while you're doing so. putting yourself in the riskiest possible situation the entire time. I know that's like just my opinion, man.
Yeah, man, it's just like your opinion.
Okay, we're pretty well set up. We've got half a thing of armor. We've got enough health packs to last out most of the end of the world.
Well, is it going to be the end of the world?
Well, the end of the note, does it not? Did Fibbity ever get his dog tag? Oh, no name Mono, that's very kind of you. I don't think Fibbity... he said I think I know it. But I don't know if that's the same as actually knowing it. So, Fibbity, no name has given you a reprieve. If you can come up with your dog tag by the end of this game, then no name has generously donated their 300 credit prize to you. But if not, then no name will take it for themselves. So, very commendable no name to give up your prize for another. Alright, so we need to get out of the fort. And then from there, I suppose, just kill everyone in the face. Alright, Zealous, what's the strategy?
Kill them all. And get the high ground.
What kind of grenade do you reckon? Regular grenade, flashbang, concussion, or proximity mine?
Concussion.
I think that's a concussion. I'm unstoppable. Not actually a lot to gain from standing in a really predictable place. Oh, actually, man, got loads of stuff in there. Alright, so we're kind of... I want to kind of get us near one of the edges here so we're not getting flanked around by anyone. Actually running pretty low on that boss though. Might have to kill someone and nick their weapon.
I think you have plenty of ammo. As long as you
I've got like
hit...
2 clips.
Yeah, well, make sure to hit it.
Alright, well... So this is the intention of this, is that at least... actually, we could probably just stay outside the zone for a while. It will cost us our armor, but I think we'll probably at least be able to survive for a while, and then catch everybody who's moving in. I know it's very popular in other Battle Royale games to do this kind of strategy, but I think it's sort of variable as to how much it's been picked up on, I think, in MC5.
Well, now you can wait here.
So if we just keep running around and picking up different people's armor. Oh, hello. We found our... Man!
And you died.
Someone else was doing exactly the same thing we were. Unfortunately, it just happened to be behind us.
Yeah, man. That means that we're probably gonna, not see you play Battle Royale anymore because it's a terrifying sight.
Alright, well, No Name Modern, we've come to the end of our stream today, so unfortunately, your kind gesture will not be able to be honoured this time. But thank you very much for your kind notion. Gruff, got your details down as well. So guys, thank you so much for watching. As I said, we'll be back at 4 o'clock UK time tomorrow. Thank you, Zulus, so much for joining me, and of course, our wonderful admin, Soldier Girl, and least of all myself, but of course, most importantly, all you fine people for coming by and watching today's stream. We'll hopefully catch you tomorrow, but if not, then next week. And have a wonderful evening.